Covering news where you live. This is 5 News.
Thank you for joining us here for the latest news where you live. I'm Joe Ellison. The Arkansas Department of Human Services announcing more than 427,000 Arkansans, this is including 147,000 children, had their health care coverage interrupted or terminated at some point in the last 6 months. Now, the governor's office sent this statement saying in part that Arkansas is complying with state and federal law to remove Medicaid recipients who are no longer eligible for this program, and they will continue to do so responsibly. The Democratic Party of Arkansas held a press conference yesterday in Little Rock, raising concerns about this topic. Arkansas DHS Secretary Christy Putnam says the process ensures that the program now is serving only those who truly need Medicaid, while Arkansas Democratic Party Chair Grant Daniil says for most of those people, no determination was made on their eligibility for medical purposes. Now, the Marshallese community in Northwest Arkansas was hit hard by Medicaid disenrollment. The Arkansas Coalition of Marshallese says many are confused about their insurance status. The group is working with community partners like DHS and UAMS to sort everything out. But the biggest challenge is the language barrier.
I'm translating the materials because we'll have a couple of parents come in or folks come in to our office and say, hey, this isn't Marshallese, but the translation is not, I don't understand it. And because we already know the wording of it in English, it's kind of easier for us to explain to them.
Well, the Arkansas Coalition of Marshallese says they're hoping an affordable alternative can be found for those who were disenrolled or do not qualify. All right, before we get to more news, let's get a check of today's forecast with meteorologist Zach Scott. Hey, Zach.
Hey, Joe, not a bad one. Started out your Wednesday in the 60s, pretty much for most of the area. A few 50s mixed in some spots. We're going into the mid-morning hours with winds picking up, temperatures getting into the 70s for you. We had a lot of morning clouds, really clouds more during the overnight hours, already starting to clear from west to east early in the morning. That's going to continue. We're going to open up to plenty of sunshine. We've seen a lot of sunshine the last few days. There will be a few scatter clouds that mix in at times, but outside of that, the big difference from the last few days is the south winds ramping up. We've got winds today picking up, especially by mid-morning through the afternoon, 10 to 20 sustained, gusts 20 to 30 miles per hour across 5 country. Going to be a warm south wind helping keep those temperatures near 80 in northwest Arkansas, low to mid 80s widespread in the River Valley. Winds will slowly relax some during the evening as temperatures drop and that south wind continues around 10 to 15 miles per hour. Could keep it a little cool there across 5 country. Those south winds trying to bring back moisture ahead of our next front. That front's going to arrive as we go Thursday night through Friday morning. We're going to be lacking on deep moisture. We should have enough that as we go overnight into early Friday morning there, a few spotty showers, maybe a thunderstorm or two can't be ruled out. And then again, Friday morning, a few spotty showers and sprinkles will be possible, mainly north of I-40. We'll be watching it for you on the backside of that front. We all will be cooling down. We'll continue to track that throughout the week, Joe.
All right, thanks for that, Zach. Well, we're learning more details about the arrest of a Northwest Arkansas psychiatrist in Benton County. 5 News reporter Morgan Wrigley has more on this investigation and some new court documents related to the case.
A months-long investigation into the practice of Dr. Brian Hyatt, the former chairman for the Arkansas State Medical Board and the former head of the Behavioral Health Unit at Northwest Health, has resulted in an arrest. Back in February, Dr. Hyatt's contract with Northwest Health in Springdale was terminated after claims of Medicaid fraud against his practice were deemed credible. In May, the DEA issued a search warrant into his practice as part of the investigation. And soon after, Dr. Hyatt resigned as chairman of the Arkansas State Medical Board. At the time, he said his resignation was not because of any wrongdoing on his part, but so that the board could continue its work without distraction. Dr. Hyatt was ultimately arrested Monday by Rogers Police on felony charges. This is video of Hyatt as he was processed and booked in the Benton County Jail. 5 News obtained the arrest warrant and affidavit Tuesday morning. According to those documents, Dr. Hyatt is facing Class A felony charges. Those charges carry a minimum sentence of 6 years in prison and a maximum of 30 years. Investigators found that Dr. Hyatt's Medicaid claims were so high, they skew the averages on certain codes for the entire Medicaid program in Arkansas. Between January 2019 and May 2022, 99.9% of his claims were billed under the highest possible code. These charges come on top of dozens of lawsuits claiming he falsely imprisoned his patients, allegedly keeping them in the behavioral unit as long as possible to get more Medicaid funding. The Arkansas Medical Board tells 5 News the status of Dr. Hyatt's medical license is currently active. The board said in an email, quote, "At what point the practitioner's license is disciplined is at the discretion of the medical board based on the type of allegation. Conviction of a felony is grounds for revocation or other disciplinary action of a practitioner's license to practice."
And in other news, Arkansas Attorney General Tim Griffin said in a statement Monday that his office has made arrangements with Dr. Hyatt's attorney for a bail hearing in Pulaski County. That's later this month. We reached out to Northwest Health, but they declined to comment, saying Dr. Hyatt was an independent provider who managed his own billing. Those are some of your top stories on this Wednesday. I'm Jo Ellison. Make sure to catch up with us again tomorrow right here for more.